Hello, and welcome to your Independence Update. I'm Lauren Culver. During the week of September 23rd to the 29th, the library is hosting several Storytime events. One event is the Baby and Me Storytime from 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. This is for babies ages 0 to 12 months. Have fun with nursery rhymes, songs, tickles, bounces, and books, especially for baby. No registration is required. For more information, call Melissa Henry at 248-625-2212 or Henry M. at indelib.org. On Wednesday, September 23rd to Saturday, September 26th, Friends of the Library is putting on a used book sale at the District Library. This event will run through the day from 10 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. Clarkston High School is holding an open house for parents on Thursday, September 24th from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. Begin the evening by listening to the principal's annual report. Then parents will follow a shortened version of their students' schedule to learn teacher expectations for the school year. The Clarkston Village Players will be presenting Edward J. Moore's The Seahorse on the weekends of September 18th and September 24th. In this romantic drama, tough, fiercely independent Gertrude Blum operates the Seahorse, a rundown waterfront bar frequented by sailors like Seaman Harry Bales, her former tenant and lover. When Harry returns from a long voyage, Gertrude wants nothing to do with his dreams of settling down to start a business and maybe a family. But some dreams are big enough to support, or swallow, too. The performance starts at 8 p.m. To reserve tickets, call 248-425-5842 or email cvptickets@comcast.net. The Clarkston Farmers Market is open on Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., located at 6557 Walden Road. Come out and support local farmers offering a delicious selection of produce and more. Call 248-505-6846 for more information. Springfield Township is holding an open farmers market on Sunday, September 27th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The market's mission is to provide a fun and friendly place for the community to enjoy the park and celebrate the abundance of Michigan-grown produce. You can email the market at farmmarket@springfield-twp.us or call 248-249-1592 for more information. Are you a business owner interested in networking more with your peers, customers, clients, and more? The Clarkston Chamber is putting on their lunch rally at Andiamo's on Tuesday, September 29th. The meetup will start at 11:45 a.m. This will be a great way for you to meet with others in town in a casual setting. Call the Chamber office at 248-625-8055 to register. And that should do it for this week's update. Enjoy the rest of your week, and as always, if you have a story or information you'd like us to share on Independence Update, please contact us at 248-625-3661 or email us at update@independencetelevision.com. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. See you next time.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Independence Update. I'm Pat Kittle, your Township Supervisor, and with me today is Andrea Bedoin from the Clarkston News.
Hello again, nice to be with you again today.
Thanks, Andrea. Why don't you kick it off?
So we had a great weekend here in Clarkston, 18,000 people here for the Taste of Clarkston and the Art in the Village. It was a great celebration, very popular. I mean, what did you think about the whole?
Well, I tell you what, it's great to have perfect weather when you have 18,000 of your closest friends in town. I can tell you one thing, the Parks and Rec people, the DPW people, the Oakland County Sheriff's Department, I know those are all the guys that I'm responsible for. They did a great job. And from what I understanding is that the participants just absolutely raved about it. So I've heard nothing but great things. So kudos to the Chamber and all the organizers and volunteers. And I know there's a bunch of you out there for putting on a great event. We really did have Clarkston shine.
And I just wanted to pass along that Janelle Basta, she's the director of the Clarkston Area Chamber of Commerce. She commended the township and the city and their work together on the event and said that it was a great collaboration. So kudos to you guys.
Yeah, I know it was a little bit stressful, you know, kind of marrying the art event with the taste event, wondering how we were going to handle that many people and with roads and traffic and people. But from my understanding, hiccups were at a minimum, and a good time was had by all. So it's good news.
That is great news, so good job to everybody for that.
Yep.
And speaking of roads, tell us about that Sashaball project. It's going full throttle right now. I hit it up this morning, so.
Full throttle's a word. I know my phones have been blowing up the last couple of weeks, and I do apologize to everybody out there, but this has been kind of the home stretch where we've had to do a lot of work on Sashaball, and we've had it pinched down to one lane, and people have been going crazy. You know, but I also found out is the last few days haven't been quite so bad because I think people have been finding an alternative route. But the light at the end of the tunnel is not a freight train anymore. It is the program is going to be complete. They're milling the roadways right now. That would be all of Sashaball from the mobile gas station all the way down to where the new center curb is south of Walden, and then east and west of Walden. So what you're going to see there is they're going to almost be done today, finish it up tomorrow. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, they're supposed to be putting on new blacktop. And then what is being projected, if weather permits, they should be gone in about a week after that. So this is well ahead of schedule, but and it's been difficult. But they're telling me that time and time again that this should improve throughput by about 20%.
Well, and that's great news because of the improvements out there. I mean, it just makes traffic less congested for concerts, and there's been a big investment in the area so that the 190 acres can thrive out that way. So
well, yeah, you know, but even, you know, development aside, you know, just getting the local residents through the intersection is what's important right now. You know, with school starting and the buses lining up on Sashaball heading north, you know, to turn west on Walden, you know, we needed those extra 2 left turn lanes there, and you know, and then with the Walden being widened and funneling up towards up the roadway, the entrance to the school, and it's those little things those little tweaks, while painful to, you know, work through, I think will reap us benefits. So.
well, that's good news to residents that that project will be wrapping up pretty soon, and then it'll be a beautiful new roadway.
I hope so. And like I said, I apologize again to everybody. I wish there was something that I could do to make it have gone faster, but again, $5.168 million, good, fast, and cheap, pick any two.
That's right.
We got the good. We didn't necessarily get the fast, but again, this, you know, we could have done it quicker. It probably would have cost just a heck of a lot more money in overtime, and those funds weren't available. So.
Well, hey, just a little trouble in the meantime, and then it'll all work out in the end. Now, speaking of, I was reading the Clarkston News Super Edition, which comes out the second edition of the month.
Yep.
And I was reading about all the scary stories about homeowners that don't get permits. I mean, people have to keep in mind there's a lot of infrastructure in your yard you don't understand, from your wells to your drainage swales to all sorts of things. I mean, can you give us I read about the couple stories in here, and it's pretty scary if you don't get a permit.
Yeah, you know, everybody keeps thinking that permits are so expensive and they really add to the cost of a project. And you know, I mean, I just put a sunroom on my house and I've got a couple $100 in permits, you know, but I know that my property is wired correctly, you know, that it's up to code, that everything is safe, that there's ground faults everywhere. It's been thoroughly tested, both on the preliminary electrical inspection and for a final, you know, and then a final building inspection. And it's just from a peace of mind knowing that, you know, you can go to bed at night knowing, you're not going to run into harm's way. But when a contractor comes in and says, hey, you know what, boy, you know, we can save some money if you don't pull a permit, that should immediately raise a red flag, and sirens should be going off in everybody's head that, you know, what's wrong with this guy that he doesn't want his name known at town hall that he's doing work. And again, there's, you know, some of the stories that, you know, a family's putting in a swimming pool, you know, and they were under the assumption that the contractor was getting the permits. He didn't. The pool was put in a position on their lot that was actually in a drainage swale. So
That's scary stuff.
The pool's paid for, the contractor's long gone, the first big rain comes in and half the neighbor's yard washes into the pool.
Oh boy.
What do you do? Another one, a gentleman.
fire.
Oh my God! I mean, a gentleman who is kind of a handyman, fixer-upper type of guy, works in his garage a lot. Gets cold in the wintertime, so he decides to put in a stove and runs the flue up through the ceiling. But he didn't do it properly and didn't have the right isolators there, that he actually had a hot flue against rafters that were 50 years old. And the first time he fired that thing up and that flue got red hot, that house went up in smoke.
Well,
and
the
it's just
important thing is,
thank
yeah.
God nobody got hurt.
Right, so I mean,
So-
the rules are in place and the process is in place to actually protect the homeowner, so that's really good.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different ways that you can try to get a project done cheaper, by competitively bidding it. But to make sure that you have a licensed, insured contractor doing work and that it is thoroughly inspected, I think is money well spent. So
That's good, so have residents keep that in mind, and they can always visit the township website or give the township a call.
yeah,
So in September 2015,
Mm-hmm.
Oakland County has named this Substance National Recovery Month. There's an epidemic right now of prescription medication abuse, which is leading into heroin abuse, leading people into abusing heroin. So the Oakland County Mental Health Authority is taking the initiative to raise awareness for this cause. Friday, September 25th is the 8th annual walk, so for more information about that, you can visit their website, the Community Health. But this cause is near and dear to you. Do you want to talk about that? You've been deeply involved with it.
yeah, it really does, Andrea. Yeah, I think most people know my son, when he was discharged from the Army back in 2008, came out with severe PTSD, and was an opiate addict. And we struggled for 5 years. We were in and out of virtually every mental health facility in Southeast Michigan, spent months at the VA, and where he finally took his life in 2013. And as tragic as it is, and as much as we miss him, there has been some good that's come out of it. I know I have kind of taken it as a personal mission to get involved in the Oakland County Veterans Treatment Court. That's where Judge Jody Switalski out of Waterford and Kelly Costin out of Independence have partnered up. And it's a special alternative court system for veterans who are struggling. And it seems like everybody knows somebody who has come back from the military service and is just having trouble assimilating back into society. And who, for one way, shape, or form, catches the attention of the local police because of something silly that they've done. And I'm not talking about anything violent.
Right.
But it could be booze, it could be drugs, it could be some sort of substance, where they're trying to block the horrors of war, and that they get hooked on, and it's just, and they end up doing something stupid. And I don't mean to make light of it, because it's serious stuff. But
Yes.
what this court is designed to do is to reduce the friction points to keep the veteran focused on getting better. So if a guy is struggling and he doesn't have a whole lot of money and he needs to get to the VA to get to his therapy session, and his car breaks down, Veterans Court and the mentors that we have will help him get his car fixed, and those funds are generated from our fundraiser that we just had at Pine Knob.
And you guys have raised a great deal of money, the second event.
Yep.
And this year was even better than the last year.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a lot of big names there, L. Brooks Patterson and
Mark Hackle
Mark
from,
Hackle.
Yep, from Macomb.
Absolutely, it was a beautiful day. It was a hot day for golf, but everybody showed up. And how much money did you guys raise? It was a great.
Well, yeah, we had 104 golfers, raised $126,000 net that we split between the Macomb and the Oakland County Veteran Treatment Court. So this will provide us with about 2 years of operating income. And again, we're a 501c3. We're applying for a 501c3. But none of those monies go towards administrative expenses. There's no salaries, there's no stuff in there from an admin perspective. Everything that's there goes towards elements that will help the veteran.
All right,
So-
and that's all great. And on a personal note, my father was also a veteran. He was in Vietnam, and he too, but even back then, got addicted to prescription drugs from an injury because he was medicated and not treated for the injury, and eventually that behavior caused his death. So even if you're not a veteran, or there's resources out there to help you, I would encourage anyone to take that first step. And even if you don't have health insurance, there's programs out there that can help you. And it might seem scary to you, but I would encourage everyone to just take that leap and change their life. So that's good work that you guys are doing, and I commend that.
Yep, it's a great program. This program does save lives.
Yes. And people can save their own lives too by
Absolutely.
taking that first step. I'd encourage that.
Absolutely.
Seems very, very scary stuff. I mean, it's a very scary time right now, and you know, it's all good work that's being done. And but I'm not transitioning spookiness. I mean, there's some spooky trail coming up here in Independence Township, and I would tell you guys all to come visit the Haunted Forest. So for more information about that, call Independence Township Parks and Rec.
What are the dates? I think you've got it in your...
Oh, yes, sir.
You
That
got,
would
you got,
be
you got a little cheat sheet.
the 17th, the Friendly Forest. There are spooky stuff going on right now, too. But Clintonwood Park, 6000 Clarkson Road, from 3 to 6. So for more information, visit the township website or call Parks and Rec, 248-625-8223. And Pat, is there anything else you would like to add today?
Yeah, I was at the senior center the last couple of days, and I was working with Dave Belcher and Eric Lessel from L&H Plumbing and a couple other guys, and transitioning the old kitchen that was at the old portion of the senior center over into the new 2,200 square foot expansion. You know, and like I said, it's all freshly tiled, freshly painted, new stainless steel, you know, exhaust fan and range, and they're bringing in all the sinks and the refrigerators and dishwashers, and this will be just the finishing touches on what has been just an absolute great project. So kudos to the senior center for raising the $300,000 in private capital to build it. So again, no taxpayer money there. Kudos to Dave Belcher, who was acting as kind of the general contractor and saved the seniors a ton of money. And special kudos to all of the vendors and contractors and friends of the township who stepped up and did a lot of great things. Building anything right now is difficult, and these guys put it up in record time, so we were able to have our event on the 4th of July. And like I said, we're just finishing up the kitchen now, so it's we'll be able to start doing all of the things that the seniors like to do over there. So
well,
good
I
stuff.
do recall a story back before they raised the money for the new kitchen and the addition, and they said that there was a lot of seniors that couldn't go to the dinners. No spaghetti dinners for some of the seniors because they did not have the room. So now there's plenty of room for all those spaghetti dinners. So good job.
It's great because even with the new space, they're out line dancing and having exercise classes, and it's just from a gathering area, and they're starting to see their attendance numbers climb, and all good things happening. So it's a great program.
Good, awesome, glad.
So
good things happening.
Yep.
On another note, I'm hoping that on the sly here, I'm hoping that the schools and the townships consider planting some gardens and habitat for wildlife. I know that might be a futuristic plan, but just to throw that in there. There's a lot of land owned by the township and the schools, and I hope that Clarkson can possibly lead the way to show the world how to help save the environment.
Okay, well, you threw me a curveball on that one, but
I knew.
We'll see what happens with it.
Well, hey, thanks for having me again, Pat. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Nope, that's it. Hey, anyhow, Pat Kittle, thanks for watching. Have a great week.
Thanks, Andrea Bedoin here with Clarkson News.